I'm joined here today by Nikolas Motta, who's coming off a big win, first round knockout. Nikolas, what's up, man? How are you?
I'm good. I just fought it last Friday, but I'm always back on training.
For sure. And how are you feeling physically coming off this fight? Any injuries, anything like that?
Any injuries, everything's alright. My weight is still good. I'm waiting for another fight tomorrow.
Yeah, so when are you expecting to get back out there? It sounds like, listening to you, you're trying to get back as soon as possible.
Yeah, I'm trying to get back as soon as possible. They already say they're gonna give me the third shot in November, but also I know a lot of times they need some guy to replace some. A lot of times someone got hurt in UFC and they need some guy to replace. And I'm gonna be always ready for that. If they need someone, I'm gonna be here waiting, always waiting right now.
And I know this fight took place at 160 pounds. Why did this fight take place at 160?
That was not my fault. It's because he been having problems to make weight, and I was supposed to fight 155 against him, but the promotion asked me to be the catchweight 160, and I said, all right, I just want to fight, and I just need that win because he was a big prospect. He was in the top of the ranks. He was the It's kind of like world champion CFFC. Yeah, he has the world title. He was the champion, and I know this victory can put me good in the rankings and show what I'm about to do here in the United States since I moved from Brazil.
And how did it feel doing the weight cut? I assume it was a little bit easier because you had 5 pounds that you didn't have to worry about.
Yeah, yeah, really was. Yeah, was a little bit easy.
And let's talk about the fight. Obviously, you got the first round knockout. You impressed a lot of people. How do you look back at your performance? Are you happy with it overall?
Um, I trained hard for that fight, and I follow my game plan. My game plan. I've been training 2 months, and I want to leave shout out to my boy Sherdog. He's a fighter in New Jersey. He was a very good wrestler, and he also is a very slick striker. And we've been repeating a lot. And the Caesar, I was like, when I saw Caesar game, I can't see he was defeated because he has like a different style, like long arms, very lanky, and he switch. He fights southpaw and orthodox, and is easy guy to fight. So I've been training 2 months with this guy, Shedrick Goodridge, because his game is like that. It's very difficult to fight against him. And if you make little mistakes with guys like that, it's over. It's not easy to fight against guys like that.
And we know that for you to get the knockout, you obviously got the left hook, which ended up dropping him. Did you realize when you landed the left that he was going to go down? I mean, how did that sort of play out in your mind when you landed that big shot?
Oh my God. That, oh, that was crazy. Well, that was the same when I fought Joseph Solek. It's one guy who just signed with UFC. He's a great athlete. He just signed. He was in the Contender Series, and he just got signed with Dana White. And last year, I fought him in South Carolina in his hometown, and I dropped him with this same left hook. It was crazy because both of them, they when they drop, they like sleep, but for a long time. And on my mind, I'm like, oh my God, they don't gonna wake up. In Atlanta, Georgia, was against a big guy, Robert Hay. I remember him fighting PFL on welterweight. He's a big guy, and he's he's a was a war. One time in the fight, me and him, we both land left hook. We both drop. It was crazy, and but I made too many mistakes before that fight. He's a great fight. He's the future too. He's very strong. He has a good boxing, good wrestling. But I know the mistakes I made it, and I fixed everything, and I didn't make it the same mistakes on this last fight. And I'm a new fighter. I've been doing that for so many years. I start so young, and I have a lot of experience. And all my life, I've been training with some of the best fighters in the world.
And I know last time we saw you was in November, then you came back in August. It's about a 10-month layoff. What happened there for you to have such a long layoff in between fights?
Was because I was in Florida. I was in American Top Team. Because in American Top Team, I have so many friends, a lot of friends from Nova União. Because if you guys don't know, I grew up in Nova União. Was for a long time was the number one team in the was the number one team in the world of the lightweights. José Aldo, Renan Barão, José Formiga, a lot of guys. And I moved to ATT for a little, but was more like personal problems, money and everything. You know how life is in the United States. It's not easy. And I came back to New Jersey because here my life is better. I have a lot of good friends here. I have some sponsor, and also I like the team here. I train with Ricardo Almeida. It's it's one of it's like I don't want to say oh it's the best jiu-jitsu I train in my life, but for MMA it's the best jiu-jitsu I have seen for MMA. Yeah, he mixed good his jiu-jitsu with wrestling and ground and pound, everything. It's perfect. And also I train in Driven Gym, Muay Thai with James Mill. He was an MMA fighter too. I train Nikaton. He was a great wrestling. Everybody knows him in New Jersey. He also fought it in UFC. And so many places I train. I train with some good boxer, pro boxer, Danny Boy Murai. I do strength and conditioning with the same guy Frank Edgar did for 10 years. Brian Blue in All Star Sports Academy. Yeah, I train in so many places. I'm always chasing the best trainings and always trying to get better every day to be able to fight in high level. And I believe I'm always Andre Pederneiras, who was one of the best coaches in the world. He always told me, you can fight in any big promotion in the world, and I believe I can do that. I'm just waiting for my time, for my chance, and the day my chance show up, I'm gonna do good.
And what are your goals now at this point? I mean, do you want to be a championship in CFFC? Are you hoping to end up in the UFC, Bellator, maybe PFL? What are your goals for you at this point?
Yeah, that's my goal. My goal is to go to UFC or Bellator or PFL or Rising. That's my goal. It was my goal since I was a teenager in Brazil. Always I'm all day in the computer watching the fights, watching Punk Craze, Bellator, UFC, and now those guys who was the guys I grew up watching. Now they are my training partners. Like Eddie Alvarez is my training partner now. I was in Florida. King Mo was my boy too. So many guys.
And I just have one more for you at this point. When would you like to fight again, and who would you like to fight next?
I don't have nothing in mind. To fight in UFC, Bellator, PFL, it doesn't matter. I just want to sign the contract. And for the CFFC title, I have no idea. Because nobody has the title now, something like that. Because the guy who was the champion, Joe Laurie, I hear he got in a car accident and he's not training right now. So it's like nobody has the title right now. let's see who they're gonna give me.
All right. Well, we look forward to seeing what's next for you, man. Thanks so much for the time and congratulations on that victory. That was awesome.
Thank you. Oh, Sherdog always was my favorite website since I was kid.
That's awesome, man. We're glad to hear that.
Look, when I was kid, always my goal was on my Sherdog, my KO's percentage be like huge.
Yeah.
You know, like in the Sherdog when you, and I did by Sherdog's like
Yeah.
10 wins, 8 KOs.
Yeah, for sure, man. That's awesome. It's good to see you achieve your dreams, man.